Welcome to episode 42 of the Brick Clubhouse. We're so happy for you to join us, and thank you to Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North for making this happen. And I am Chris, and I am joined by my co-host, my friend, my buddy, Evan. Hello, Evan.
Hi, Chris. How's it going?
For everyone that's watching,
He didn't answer my question.
It's morning.
I said, how's it going?
It is. It's going good.
And they just moved on.
So I did.
It's fine.
We're recording off our normal schedule, and it's kind of throwing me for a loop.
Yeah, we're in the morning now, and I'm not a morning person. So
No.
We'll see how this goes.
And for those of you watching on YouTube, we're also recording in my library instead of
We are?
in Evan's kitchen
Yes.
or dining room.
Kitchen. Yeah, I guess it's living dining room.
Yeah, dining room.
Dining living room.
So it looks a little different. You can see a little bit of my collection in the background. But we're so glad you've joined us here today.
There's a lot of good Easter eggs back there.
There
if
are.
you guys want to zoom in?
It could be fun. Yeah, we've got our baseball shelf.
We got like a sample of all of Chris's collections. Got the Disney pins, got the Lego sets, got the Harry Potter books.
We got Dodgers.
Dodger, Funko Pops. Yeah, you can thank me for that.
Yeah. My kids curse you whenever they see a new one come into the house.
Yeah, your kids hate me. Yeah, that's true.
Just
kidding.
about.
I'm kidding.
Oh my. Maybe we should start over. No.
No, we're good.
I have one brief bit of follow-up. In the last episode, we talked about our trip to Billund and the pilgrimage to all the Lego places. And we talked a lot about the make your own minifigure section. And
oh, yeah.
we neglected to talk about the little bricks that you can get with the figures. Mine are actually behind us in the case. But when you do a custom minifigure, you also get a little brick that has the name of the location on one side, and you get to pick what goes on the other side.
Yeah, they don't check it.
They don't check. We got a little creative with some of them, but it was just it adds to the souvenir. And,
yeah, it's pretty fun.
And it was great.
And after we made like 12 for ourselves, I was like, maybe I should put like my wife's name on a couple of these.
I did.
Or
well, and I started putting like, the date of the trip on there.
Or like the city.
And so, or the city. So when you put them all together, then you have a different assortment. We'll put a picture in the show notes of my set of minifigures. But I highly recommend. And apparently if you have a minifigure center near you, they have a whole bunch of holiday ones that you can get that are exclusive. So
we don't have one in San Diego, do we?
We don't. Our closest one is in Anaheim, in downtown Disney.
They have one there? They do. I've seen that. Yeah, I have seen that there.
So
we need to get one there.
Yeah. I mean, I had always ignored them, and now I'm much more aware of them.
Yeah, now that we have them.
As any collection.
Now you want more.
As any collection.
Well, I got to get it a friend. Yeah.
Yeah. You start to build. We'll get to collections later. But
it is a Lego podcast.
It is. October is upon us. As we sit here, it's actually mid-October.
Yeah, we get a little bit distracted by playoff baseball in October. That's kind of what consumes our evenings.
A lot of things. But there have been a lot of new sets that have been released and come out, and we're going to talk about a few of those. For those of you on video, you can find us on YouTube channel or on our website, brickclubhouse.com, to see the video. But we have a few like real life items that have been made into Lego sets. And I just thought it'd be fun to highlight a few of them and do a little comparison to real life versus Lego life.
And we may just get a glimpse into Chris's childhood in the process.
We definitely will, because one of the first ones we'll talk about is the newest Transformer that they've done, and that is Soundwave.
Who I've learned.
Yeah, you didn't know much.
Kind of useless.
About Soundwave. No, he was a spy.
See, but here's the thing. Sorry. He's useless in my concept of Transformers because my only exposure is the Michael Bay movies.
Yeah, well, back in the cartoon days of the 80s, Soundwave was a robot,
He was a
or
boombox.
a micro tape recorder. Not even a boombox.
Oh, a micro tape recorder.
The Autobots had a boombox.
So funny. See, because okay, so I just learned, for those of you that don't know as well, that apparently I knew that Megatron wasn't like an F-18 like he is in the Michael Bay movies, but now I know why they changed it, because he was just literally a gun.
Oh yeah, he was a handgun.
So also, like, if he was a gun, how small was he? Because if this is only a micro tape recorder, he had to be pretty small even when transformed.
Well, cartoons, you can kind of morph, because even Soundwave was a giant robot and turned into this micro tape recorder.
Oh, so the scale just didn't line up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because and also, like, that, does that make Megatron, the leader of the Decepticons, utterly useless unless there's someone around to pull his trigger and aim him?
It's a good thought. I'm trying to remember the cartoon, if there were ever times
like, could he shoot himself?
Like he could turn himself into a cannon instead of just a gun. But I think no, he would always turn into the gun, and Soundwave or Starscream would grab him.
It makes a lot of sense now why they changed him into something actually useful
in
the movies.
Yeah, and in
like, that's so funny. Now I want to go back and watch the old Transformers, because I'm like, how do you make the leader of the bad guys that useless?
It's
on his own.
We'll have to go back and ask.
There's probably some Transformers fans watching this or listening to this, and they're like screaming at me, like, "No, like, you don't." And I don't. You're right. I don't understand. So like, but like, you got to admit the concept, just like at face value, is kind of hilarious.
Well, it also goes back to like kind of the history of Transformers.
Yeah.
Because it's basically like two different Japanese lines of toys that were mashed into one cartoon. Okay. So you had like the vehicles was one line of toy, and then you had this line of toys that was also like real life objects that could transform. They decided to like, okay, and so a lot of the real life objects became the Decepticons, and a lot of the vehicles
because all
became
like
the Autobots.
The Autobots are just like cars for the most part, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess like, yeah, I guess like an old like Volkswagen Bug like isn't that useful on its own either.
No.
So I guess the logic applies both ways. But
it does.
But at
least a vehicle can like move around and like, go places.
He just like turns into a gun and just lays there. I mean, pick me up, Soundwave.
Yeah. But so it's a weird history. We used to.
Okay, I need to move on because the concept is just hilarious to me.
It is. And I feel like a deep dive into Transformers. We should watch the cartoon sometime.
That'd be funny.
We'll add it to our list of like 1,000 things we want to watch.
Don't never watch. Yeah.
But so the newest Lego Transformer, Soundwave, is considerably larger than the original toy Soundwave.
A micro tape recorder.
Yeah, we've got them both here, and yeah, the Lego is like twice the size,
which makes sense.
I mean, it does,
because they got to make it transformable.
And if you remember the other Transformers, Soundwave is slightly smaller than Optimus Prime and slightly bigger than Bumblebee.
Okay,
like in the scale of things. So, but I think Soundwave is the best they've done in terms of like transforming. It is the closest. Okay. It is the easiest to transform, and it's the closest to the actual transformation of the toy.
Like the same mechanics and motions.
Because the arms both like turn to the back and kind of fold flat on the back. The legs fold up and kind of wrap up to make the sides, and the head just kind of folds back underneath.
Is there a belt clip on here? Yeah,
there is. So and that
like
opens
a Walkman.
Up. That opens up for the batteries, and then the batteries become his bazooka and his gun. Now,
wait, so he has his own gun?
Oh yeah. Oh,
so Megatron's really useless.
He has like two, because he has his shoulder-mounted bazooka, and then he has.
Wait, that's hilarious. So he doesn't even need Megatron.
Well, no, because Megatron may not be around when he's off on a spy mission by himself.
Well, but if Megatron's not around somebody, then he's useless. Okay, I need to move on.
Yeah. But Megatron's always with the other Decepticons.
Well, anyways, for those of you that's watching the video, you can see me playing with it right now. But this is Chris's original toy from when he was a kid.
It is, and
which is,
so please don't break it.
No, I will. Don't worry.
But you're transforming it without a whole lot of instruction. Like, you're figuring it out pretty easily.
See, even a kid could do it.
Yeah, and then the legs fold up.
Do they go up this way?
Yep.
I don't want to break it. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, so you've basically figured out how to transform it all on your own. And the Lego
Robots in disguise.
is very similar in how it transforms. The arms fold around the back, the head folds down.
Dude.
And then the tapes,
and then look at
it
that.
does come with tapes, just like the original. You get Laserbeak, the tape eagle or bird, whatever it is, which we've got one of the original ones here
is it
as
the Prime
well.
Eagle?
It is, sure, we'll call it Prime Eagle.
Dude, this little belt clip to put it on you. That's
well,
so fun.
because
it's great.
And it didn't come with headphones though. See, back in the day, we'd have to put our Walkmans on our belt.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the headphones.
No, that's why I love it. Because we actually, when I was growing up, we had Walkmans that like my mom had used that we would use for our like.
Oh yeah.
We used to listen to cassettes growing up too. So no, we used to use Walkman when I was.
So that is actually one of the. I think it's one of the robots.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe that's a bird too.
Anyways, this is
anyway
cool.
that unless you're watching, you have no idea. But
yeah, sorry,
but the tapes go in,
only.
and they do in the Lego form as well. And you also have the Panther that transforms. The transformation mechanism of the Panther in Lego form is a little different than the original toy, and is considerably like wider and out of scale. But I guess with Lego, you had to do what you had to do to make it work. But yeah, we've got Ravage, the Lego version, and the toy version.
This holds
surprisingly
up pretty well.
though, they're about the same height. Ravage, both versions, but the Lego version is like 3 times as wide.
These things hold up pretty well. Like
they do.
wise, they did a good job with this.
Yeah, they knew how to make toys back in the 80s.
I remember when I think it was the second Michael Bay Transformers movies came out. I got like one that was like the little like green like Fiat.
Oh yeah,
and like that one was like way more complicated to transform and untransform. It was tough.
No, the new Transformers are a lot harder. I've only had a few of them, but Soundwave is one of my favorites. I actually only have 2 of my original Transformers, Soundwave, and then there was an Autobot.
Oh, you don't have Gunnatron?
I don't. I never had Megatron. I don't. I think my mom was against having a gun
useless?
or whatever.
Okay.
Which is silly because like my dad used to let us like play with his handgun.
Like an actual
unloaded.
one.
Yeah. So the 80s were a different time.
But you can't have a fake one.
No. I think they did a really good job with the Soundwave transformation and build. I give the build probably a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Like the build experience.
Yeah, the build experience. It got a lot of Technic-y type pieces in it that weren't as fun to build. I'm just not a huge Technic fan, but I really like the final product, and we'll put it on one of my shelves with,
as you can see,
with the
us.
original toy, and they can be friends together. But
did they give him a gun?
He does have a gun. He has his bazooka that attaches on his shoulder.
Shoulder bazooka.
Here.
Is it a bazooka or like a minigun?
Well, that's the bazooka or the rocket launcher, I guess. And then the gun goes here. When it stores, they clip on the back of him.
Oh.
So you kind of have to put the gun together for him to
this is cool.
Hold it. So, but I'm really happy with it. It's definitely my favorite of the Transformer Legos, and the only one I currently will have built and on display.
Yeah.
So, I recommend it if you're a Transformer fan. If you're not a Transformer fan or grew up with the Transformers, it may not be for you. Oh, one other thing. Hit the put it up by your microphone and hit the play button. Yeah, brick. It's got a sound brick. So, and it's got a number of like old original Transformer sounds.
Decepticons are awesome.
I don't remember that from the cartoon, but
what? He probably said it right after he shot Megatron.
but it's my first set with a sound brick. Wow. You really love this Megatron story.
Sorry, I
never thought about how useless Megatron was.
by himself.
By himself, yep. The other one that came out in October that I wanted to touch base on, because this was another one of my favorite toys growing up, is the original Game Boy.
This is just
build.
a Chris nostalgia episode.
It is. And for those that listened early, this was like a set that I called a year ago that I wanted them to build.
Yeah,
of different things that we thought they could do with video games. And they
if
did.
You guys recall the sets that I have called have not come to fruition, but that's fine.
No, I'm shocked. I called one. I wish I could find my original Game Boy so we could compare. I did find one of my cartridges. So we have the Super Mario Lego cartridge and real cartridge, and they are surprisingly similar in size.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the set itself is pretty close to scale.
And I love the screen, how they did the little lenticular. Yeah. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
And you can change it, and the other ones are on the stand that it comes with. It comes with a Zelda cartridge as well.
Which Zelda game, Chris? No, don't look.
I don't remember. I was never a Zelda guy.
So
I didn't even have the Zelda game.
It's either Super Mario Land or The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Oh, there you go.
Which is they also.
I really wish they would have done Tetris. I feel like that was a miss because Tetris was the game that it came with.
Oh yeah,
the original Game Boy, and definitely the game I logged the most number of hours on.
I'm definitely happy that they did Link's Awakening. Because it came out originally on the Game Boy, but they did do a remake of it for the Nintendo Switch a couple years ago.
Okay, so you've played it,
and then it was a remake with like a brand new art style and everything, and so it's pretty cool. But yeah, the Zelda cartridge is also pretty sweet.
And there's actually a little Easter egg in there. Some of the Game Boy cartridges had to have batteries, and so like if you take the art cover off where it says Game Boy, you can see a little like fake battery in the on the cartridge.
That's cool.
So kind of fun that they put that little Easter egg in there. It feels like holding a Game Boy. It is surprisingly how accurate it is. In fact, we'll put a link in the show notes. But somebody has figured out how to put an emulator in it
to make it a working Game Boy.
It's a working Game Boy, which is pretty awesome.
I also watched, I mean, you're the one that built it, so you can speak to this, but I watched Tiago's review, and he said the building experience and like the building techniques are like incredible.
It's the most fun I've had building a set in a while, and I've been building a lot of Lego recently.
Hey, good for you.
I know it's a change from a while ago. I think going to the Lego house and everything, it kind of rekindled my joy of Lego. So I've been building a lot, and this is one of my most fun I've had building a set in a while. The other thing I liked about it is it's a pretty short, quick build. Like I did it in an evening watching a baseball game, where like Soundwave took me 2 or 3 times to sit and build it. Where the Game Boy, it was very got a lot of satisfaction out of just sitting, building, and having it ready to go all in an evening. And most of the sets I've been building lately have been larger and have taken more time. So that was fun. It's super fun. If you have a history with Game Boy, I really recommend it. It's a great little set. And if you are a fan of like the buildable NES or Atari, but wished you had a little smaller set to go with them, this is a good one. Yeah, and affordability, it's under $100, which for a Lego set these days is pretty good.
I think it's $59.99.
Yeah,
it's a good price.
I couldn't remember exactly, but it's it's around that $60 price point.
And there's a good amount of printed tiles on here too. There's no stickers, are there?
They were a few stickers.
Okay.
But mostly printed tiles.
A lot of printed pieces.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
And some unique colors, like we get that like fuchsia on the buttons.
And the buttons bounce back, and the D-pad.
The D-pad works.
Back, and the starting. Yeah.
I mean, everything they did. They even down to like the little slide at the top that would normally hold the cartridge in. It doesn't move anything to hold the cartridge in, but like all the ports are in the right place, all the buttons are in the right place. It's
pretty sweet.
It's a lot of fun and was very nostalgic for me. I recommend.
This is the original Game Boy, right?
Yeah. So if I gave Soundwave Build, a 6, I'm going to give this one a 9.
What would be like a 10 out of 10 build for you?
That's a good question. I typically don't ever give the high or the low.
Yeah.
Because I save those for like an amazing experience.
We haven't built it yet, but I have a feeling Rivendell's going to be a 10.
I can't wait to build that. I was just thinking about that the other day as I was going through my closet of sets.
Gotta find a set for it.
Which kind of brings us to our next topic.
Oh, yeah.
I guess before we move on, all these sets are available at Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North and on our website, bricksandminifigssandiego.com, and as well as a bunch of the other new sets. There are a lot of new Christmas sets that have come out that are available. The new Ideas Mineral set. There's a new Hibiscus botanical set, and we're not going to go into super detail on all of those, but you can find them on Lego's website if you really want to know. Lego also released some exclusive sets to them. The new Big Family Christmas Tree set came out, which I have thoughts on, but I think we should do a holiday.
Dude, yeah, we both saw that. So we're like, oh, that's really cool. And then we saw the price. We're like,
yeah, and now I've seen it built because they have it at the Lego store. It's bigger than you think, but it's also like kind of feels squat and wide. Like it doesn't have a weird. It's kind of a weird Christmas or a weird tree proportion to me.
Yeah.
So your mileage may vary. I think it's a lot of fun. I love Christmas sets, as is well established. We'll have to have an updated discussion on Christmas Village at some point. But I wanted to touch on a little bit as we've been building, as I've been building more recently, I've realized that it's time for me to pare down my collection a little bit. And I know you have brought some sets in recently to the store to trade in, and so I think you're going to kind of through a similar process.
Yeah.
But what do you do when your collection gets too big? Is kind of the question I want to pose. And how do you know your collection is too big?
When you have cabinets filled with unbuilt sets and no shelf space.
And I definitely have that problem.
Yeah, it's funny. When I first got into the hobby, I heard some people talking about this, and I was like, oh, like, no, there's no way. Like, how can you get a set and then not build it right away? Like, I couldn't do that. Or like, yeah, but you get there. Because as you guys know, Lego comes out with new sets, like every other month?
Every month.
Is it every single month?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
Even obviously if it's just a few sets.
Yeah, obviously there's more, bigger waves than others. But yeah, and the building techniques and the part usage and the designs keep getting better. So it keeps opening more doors for other things. And I mean, they're not going to slow down.
They keep like redoing sets.
And making them better.
Yeah, but
like the new Pirates of the Caribbean, like the Black Pearl is insane.
It is.
And it's way better than the original one.
Totally. And so then you have to decide, like, if you have the original, do you get the new one? Do you want them both?
Yeah.
Is the original enough nostalgia for you that you really don't want the new one? It's
also smaller, so like if you want a smaller scaled one, like, yeah, you'd probably be good. But
because I came up against this question earlier, not long ago. I was rearranging. I had just built some new sets. I was trying to fit them in my cabinets in the office. and I realized there's just no space for more sets.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at them going, are there any here that I just don't need? And I realized like I had the old Ghost and Phantom and all of its minifigures, and the new Ghost in Phantom.
You got rid of the old one,
didn't
you?
Figures.
They got rid of the new one.
No, I got rid of the new one.
Okay, good. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, and so when I was looking at the two of them, is the new one better?
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, totally.
Oh yeah, the new ship is way better.
Yes,
but the
old figures are way better.
You should have just
and I have the one with
the
black
hair Kanan.
Yeah,
you should have just combined. You should have swapped them.
I could have, but
and then just sold the Ghost by itself at the store and the figures separately.
But what I ended up doing was taking the new one and its figures, because I also was looking at like the figures I care about are the Rebels,
right,
and not so much the Ahsoka show. In fact, for those of you watching on video, I have my Rebels jersey on today.
There you go.
Because I love the Rebel. I love that cartoon. I love the show. So I ended up making the hard decision. The new one, while as cool as it was, had to go.
You should have swapped the figures and kept the new build. Anyways,
but the old one again has nostalgia. Like
sure.
That was one of the early sets that I like bought on the aftermarket.
Mm-hmm.
It was during COVID, and I bought it on eBay, and
Black hair Kanan.
And I know at the time like nobody was talking about it. So like for me, like getting rid of sets is about space. My closet where I have my backlog is overflowing, and I decided if new ones come in, some have to go out, and that's a tough choice to make. But what kind of criteria? So for me, I've been trying to use the criteria of, will I be sorry if I don't have this set in 5 years? And
yeah, that's definitely part of it.
And using that as kind of like, do I get rid of this set? Because like I can take it to the store. Like you've taken stuff to Bricks and Minifigs. People bring stuff in all the time. It's a great way to kind of shrink your collection. A lot of people have been bringing stuff in because they want to get the new Death Star. And so we have been taking in a lot of sets for people that are trying to, upgrade, so to speak, their collection with the new Death Star, which I suppose
are people actually getting that set?
We can discuss. Yeah, our local Lego store apparently has had trouble keeping it in stock.
Well, yeah, but they probably also only have like 4 or 5 at a time.
Probably
like the Falcon and stuff.
But still, at $1,000 a pop, that's still a lot of people, willing. It went on back order, I think, pretty quickly.
It's on back order right now.
But it did come back, so it's back on back order. But all that to say, like, I've been trying to decide. There are certain sets that have, like, sentimental value.
Yeah.
Either they were given as gifts or I got them at a certain time of my life that they're kind of tied to. And so those are sets that I'm not willing to touch.
Yeah, a lot of it for me too is like the story of like how I got it, and or like if someone gave it to me, obviously, but then just like there's even some where like I remember the trip that I went to the Lego store with this friend and got it, or like
I have those.
Like my first Lego Star Wars helmet was the Stormtrooper, and my friends went to Target in college one day to like get stuff, and they just came back and like had bought it for me.
Oh yeah,
just
so
like,
you'll never want to get rid of that.
What? And so, yeah, stuff like that you can't get rid of. But yeah, it's also like when I first started collecting, obviously I was in college and money was a constraint, and so like I got a bunch, like I got like I think almost a whole wave of like the play scale Harry Potter sets for that year. And now it's like, because my hope was I saw someone on like Instagram or something one time where like they had like a wall of bookshelves and like they had a designated one for each Harry Potter, like and so like they had like Sorcerer's Stone, and they had like Chamber of Secrets, and they had like different copies of each book, and then they had like a Funko Pop or two from the movie, and then they had like small like Lego sets from each of them. I'm like, oh, I want to do that someday, like have each. So I started trying to get like a small play scale set or two from every Harry Potter movie, but now it's like I don't think I'm ever gonna have enough space to do that and all the other things that I have, and like I don't need all of those play scale Harry Potter sets, so like I'm gonna go through those at some point, probably get rid of some of them. There's a couple that I'll keep, But yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, choosing sometimes like choosing to keep the bigger ones and then like not getting the small. It also helps save some money too, like because now for me going forward, like I might just try to only get, a big one or two here and there, and try to stay away from the smaller ones. But every once in a while you're gonna,
Well, and sometimes a figure will pop up in a smaller set
yeah,
that you want. Yeah, it's difficult. Even so we got this October wave. I've kind of identified these are the two sets from this wave that were important to me, and I got and will display. I'll be honest, like I love Transformers, but I never got the Bumblebee set. Just because I knew space was at a premium.
Yeah.
And so it's difficult to get to that point, though, where you have to start letting go of things.
Yeah.
But it does make room for the new, which is exciting.
I think one of it for me too is like, would I like become like cool, like comfortable and okay displaying this like in a common area? Like our guest room, we keep the door closed because we might have guests that are allergic to cats, but also because a lot of my Lego is on display in there. We don't want the cat to like destroy it. But then in our regular apartment or condo, we have cases, the same ones but different color, and so that the doors are closed. But like we have sets in there that like most of them look like really good, just to, like on display in a common space. So that's like a criteria too. Is like, are they things that like you can set up and not just like keep to like your Lego room if you have one,
right?
Or like can they be set up elsewhere? Oh man, yeah, they announced the new Batmobiles too. That's another conversation.
Oh yeah,
but
we'll get to those.
I
have thoughts.
But yeah, just trying to be more selective. It is like, because there's a lot like, like the Goblet of Fire brickheads, like they have all 4 champions in their champions outfits and the Horntail, like that's cool. But in like 5 years, I'm gonna look at that and be like, I don't need these.
Yeah,
that's how I'm kind of feeling with most of my brickheads right now. Like I got a bunch at one point,
and
they're cool, they're fun. They're kind of like Lego Funko Pops, but then it's like, okay, I don't like. I'd rather put my little play scale like Rise of Voldemort set and keep that on the shelf rather than 4 brickheads.
Yeah, and I think that's where we do have to make choices and decisions, and a lot of sets that I have that I really thought I want that I'm willing to get rid of now. And I think that's part of collecting, is learning when to let go of something. Otherwise, you become a hoarder, and I don't want to cross into that line. I'm probably already too close to that line.
Yeah, there's a fine line.
But even looking like at things I have on display. So we're currently sitting in my library, which is a public space in the house, but it's not like a main room where people are coming and I'm entertaining in necessarily. Because I kind of have the same rule in my main living space. I have some of the botanicals. I have the double-decker London bus.
Oh, that's out there, yeah.
Because, one, I love London, and it was a gift from my wife, and so like there's certain things that are special about those that are public. And then back here, there's a little bit more of a hodgepodge of just randomness that I've collected and like over the years. And I've been trying to organize it more into themed shelves. And I guess part of that organization has made me decide, like, do I really need this? And like some white whales that I thought I always wanted, like Ewok Village, I'm now trying to decide, do I really want Ewok Village? Because it takes up a lot of display space.
I've always thought that set was overrated anyways, but that's just a personal
thing. Well, but you didn't grow up with Return of the Jedi in the same way I did.
Not in the same way, but that was my favorite one when I was a kid. No, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's a cool set, but it's also, I guess, the resale value of it now to me is just like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
It is a cool set.
It's a consideration, though. if you can use it to fund other things in your collection, I think that's consideration. Now, Ewok Village is probably one I'll hold on to. But another example is Avengers Tower. I'm thinking may not make the cut as I'm going through my backlog.
You never built that one, did you?
No. And that's new in box in my backlog, and it's a huge box. It's taking up a big space in the closet. But it's just been on my mind lately about how to decide what to keep and what not to keep. If you have thoughts, we'd love to hear them. You can let us know on Instagram or on the website, because I'm sure other people have interesting criteria that they use when trying to decide what to keep. But
yeah,
that was kind of a little mini topic for the month.
Yeah, and speaking just real quick, we talked about like deciding between keeping the new one or keeping the old one, getting the new one. I've been collecting the play scale size of all the Batmobiles, and so now I'm looking at it, and I have the Batman one. It's not built yet, but like I'm gonna have to decide like, do I like keep the old one or do I get the new one that's all now in the same scale? I'll probably get the new one. But
yeah, because and that's the thing. They're always doing new. They're doing better. And like that's a perfect example. You got the play scale one. You love the movie, but I mean,
best Batman movie.
But you may not have an emotional tie to the one. I mean, you haven't even built it yet. So.
Yeah, but it does have the Penguin minifigure in it,
and that's always a deciding factor too.
I think I'm just gonna look at the builds and see which one I like better, and then just go with that one. But then like I'm gonna even though the movie's awful, I'm gonna get the Batman and Robin Batmobile, and then I'm gonna get the Batman v Superman one too. And then I'll have all of them.
But I think that's also an important distinction. Like you have a Batman collection.
The Batmobiles.
Batmobiles. And it's kind of a finite collection.
Yeah.
So like, okay, Batmobiles is something I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're saying I'm going to get every DC set.
No. And I had to choose to do the play scale versions because the big ones is just too much space and too much money.
Yeah.
I do have the second tumbler sealed still.
That is a pretty cool set.
Because that one is just, that one's great. I think even though I like the Batman as a movie and that version of the character better, I think that Batmobile.
I think the Tumbler's
I think the Tumbler's the best one. I do like the Batman one though, and my wife loves that one because it's like a real car.
Oh yeah,
like he made it. Anyways, but yeah, it's.
There's something excited. Like. Yeah, they're totally different. But...
Actually, I will say I think my favorite Batmobile is the animated series one. But my favorite live action one is the Tumbler. I'm definitely excited to see what they do for the Batmobile in the DCU. But that's another time. For another time.
Do you think? Yeah, we will leave.
Do I think
Batman? What? No, it was a question about the Batman 2.
Oh yeah.
If they'll change, or do you think the Batmobile and the feel of that will stay the same?
I think they'll keep the same Batmobile. He might make like upgrades and improvements to it. But it'll
because it's a very gritty world, like that Batmobile.
It fits that world and the character. Yeah.
So this brings us to our segment of what's new in the store, and I wanted to highlight a few things. One, we've got our Halloween bulk bag special going right now. So if you need bulk, you can swing by and get one of our special Halloween bags, and it will be good for the whole month of October. First fill is $25 and then $15 for every refill. And we kind of touched on it. We've got a bunch of Christmas sets out. We're starting to get a lot of used Christmas sets in and out. So if you're thinking about holidays, we're starting to get all of that holiday stuff ready. And a minor note, I think this show will come out before the order time is complete. Bricklink sets are currently available, and we really didn't touch on that this month. But
you got 2 days left as of the recording of the video.
Yeah, so this video will probably come out like the last day to buy. So you'll have to rush. But if you are interested in the Sequoia trees, which I think is an amazing set,
Yeah.
The
Outlaw Forest.
The Outlaw Forest.
The Gold
the
Mine.
Gold
Expedition is
Mine.
cool.
There's a lot of
The other ones are...
this one. I think overall has more that I'm interested in than the last wave did.
Yeah. So it looks like they'll be done on October 13th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So as long as you hear this before then.
Yeah. So that's why we didn't spend a lot of time on it. But once they come in to the store, actually, I'm not sure if we're getting all of them this go round.
But we'll cover the ones that we get.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Gosh, this sequoia tree one is so cool.
So thank you for joining us here on the 42nd episode of the Brick Clubhouse. And you can find us at brickclubhouse.com and Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North.com.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
just
go
on
for
the
it.
Batmobile topic. They made the Batman and Robin Batmobile with George Clooney Batman minifigure.
Yeah.
But no Batman nipples.
Oh, that's a miss.
It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
It's the most iconic Batman.
They really.
Who thought that was a good idea? Didn't Val Kilmer's have them too?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
wonder if they included the Bat credit card. Okay. Anyways.
Anyway, we could have a whole like Batman episode.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm really disappointed. I mean, I'm glad we're getting Batmobiles, but the
no
whole
sets.
DC wave in March is
no Superman sets.
Is Batman, and 3 of the 4 are Batmobiles. And it's all for the video game. I get it, but still.
Which, by the way, looks epic. Okay,
oh, it does.
We can have a whole Batman episode.
Yeah, but anyway, we love your ratings and reviews on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you find us. And have a great rest of your month here in October, and we will see you again in November.
And go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers. Oh, yeah, by the time we record next, we'll
know who won the World Series.
We'll know who won the World Series, which is crazy.
Let's go back to
There's been some real wild games.
It's true.
And
the Padres are already out. Let's go.
But we'll take that discussion offline.
Alrighty.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Say goodbye, Evan.
Bye, Chris.